It's day 166. I have had, um, I've been a little bit triggered today. I was at work on a meeting with over 100 people. So it's kind of like you just join and watch like the speaker talk about stuff, and it was kind of like the first um, like big meeting of the year to kind of go over like plans and goals for the first like quarter and stuff like that. So um, normally these things I love watching. It's great to see kind of where the sort of the company are looking to head, and it kind of gives me an idea of kind of what to expect in my role and how potentially it could kind of tweak and change and stuff, because this is just my localized area within the business. It's not the whole business. um but yeah, it started off, I've been emotionally doing quite well. I've had a few days where my focus and attention has been sort of really difficult, and there's been instances where I've been kind of like, moments where I've realized, like I talked about the last couple of days, where I've realized I don't need to buy my mum a birthday card for tomorrow or present or anything, and that's been a little bit kind of like, difficult. But this, I don't know what it was on this meeting. I don't know whether it's just because I'm going through kind of, female emotions this week, as well as kind of feeling a little bit under the weather. Every other day I seem to be feeling a little bit better, and then don't feel as great. So I'm trying not to put that out into the universe too much. But anyway, yeah, this meeting, it was it started off with kind of it was just, and like I said, there was nothing, they didn't do anything wrong, but it was all very much like, you know essentially it's the first week back after Christmas and New Year, full week back after Christmas and New Year. So everyone was kind of like, how's everyone doing? And, did everyone have this great time? And then he pulled up a couple of slides in his presentation, and it was just like, so tell me about all the wonderful things, tell me about what this and what that and what this and what that. And I was just, for in a short moment, I just, where the way my screen was set up, I could see the presentation, and I could see probably about 15 cameras, and I felt it straight away. I was like, I instantly was like, well, Christmas hasn't, in my mind, I was like, well, Christmas hasn't been great. It's the first one without my mum, and she loved Christmas. Um, so I instantly kind of got this, oh, and then I was looking at the camera, and a few other people's faces kind of like changed, and I just got really upset because it was a real focus on how everyone had had an amazing Christmas and a wonderful Christmas, and how there was no pause or consideration for people that, Christmas and New Year is not great for everyone. And just to have maybe started the meeting to say, I hope everyone who's joining this call has enjoyed the holiday period, and if you haven't, then our thoughts are with you. Christmas and New Year, it might not be within your religious structure to celebrate, or I know it's a very difficult time for people who've lost loved ones through the year, um, but just know that we love and appreciate you, and we're gonna spend the next couple of minutes just sharing some stories of people that have had a nice Christmas, and that can maybe kind of like bring some joy and happiness to you. There was I just felt that there was a much more compassionate way to do it, because I got really upset, and it wasn't even that I was truly upset. For me, I was upset thinking, I can't be the only one in a call of over 100 people that have struggled this year, that have lost someone, that's missing someone. And it was just all hype. It was just all, and it really upset me, because this company has always been so inclusive and so supportive, and so like recognition for all groups of people, and it just really missed the mark on this one. And yeah, and I just got a little bit upset, and just logged out the meeting, because I was like, I you know, I managed to get myself back on track today and hit my target, but I didn't catch up on what I didn't do yesterday. And I'm off tomorrow because it is my mum's birthday. But yeah, I dialed out the meeting and just messaged my manager and was like, I just can't. I've just been triggered. And like I said, it wasn't even necessarily that I was triggered because it was reminding me that my mum didn't get to celebrate Christmas this year. It was more for the fact that I can't be the only one. And I've got a great network of people at work. You know, as soon as I put in the chat, dialing out, I don't, you know, it's great. I love that he wants to share everyone's happy stories, but yeah, I'm not really in a place to be kind of listening to that. And a couple of the people on the team messaged me privately and was just kind of like, you did the right thing. I support you. I appreciate you. You're strong. You've got this. So that in itself was just amazing. But it just made me stop and think, what if there was anyone on that call that didn't have anyone to message? And to make them feel safe again. I think I know a lot of people, work is a safe space. It's a place for you to escape your troubles. It's a place where you can go in and you can focus on your work, and you can it's almost like a time and an opportunity to block out any personal problems and issues you've got. I know I do choose to do that sometimes. Like I will, when, you know, there have been times when I've seen work as kind of like a place for me to escape from certain things. And I just thought that meeting was kind of, and I get it, you know, people want to enjoy things and celebrate, but I just think they really missed the mark on this one. And I could be wrong, this is just my opinion, but I just think that, you know, there are ways that you could do it. You could maybe even have that at the end of the meeting. So you could go, you know, have like an itinerary at the beginning and say, what we're going to do for this meeting is we're going to go through the structure, but what we'd like to end on. And it's not going to be for everyone, because we know that Christmas doesn't hold the same in everyone's hearts as everyone that's on the meeting. But what we'll do at the end of the meeting, and you can leave if it's not going to be appropriate, we're just going to share some stories about, you know, things that we've maybe done. Feel free to join or to drop off if it's something that you don't feel that you're in a space that you want to listen to. So I think I might just send some feedback about the meeting. And I know it's obviously based on Christmas, but this could apply to other times through the year. You know, if there's a meeting scheduled around Mother's Day or Father's Day or Easter, or, you know, any form of kind of religious or just a sort of recognised, you know, celebration that might not always be a happy place for people to remember. Yeah, I might consider just kind of sending that as a little bit of feedback. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do that anonymously, because I don't really want to be kind of attributed with kind of that. Or maybe, you know, it's just like I said, I feel more for the fact that I can't have been the only one sat on that video call feeling that way. So yeah, that was kind of triggering. And then straight after that meeting, although I jumped off quite early and cracked on with work, at the end of when the meeting ended, my manager had penciled in my kind of one-to-one, and I just went through it with her and kind of said, you know, it would be good if they kind of had that consideration and maybe just recognised that, you know, not everyone feels the same. And it isn't something that, like, I don't want to take away that joy and that pleasure that so many people have about Christmas and New Year. But I also feel that, you know, work is a place where there has to be consideration that some people don't expect to have to be triggered by things within a work environment. But yeah, so I kind of explained it to her, and she agreed that my feelings were valid. So that was kind of nice, because I did afterwards kind of think, oh, am I being silly thinking like this? Is it just because I'm in an emotional place myself? But I do genuinely feel that we need to just pause and recognize that, you know, a lot of people go to work and put on a smiling face, and it hides a lot, which is why you should always be kind to anyone you meet, no matter how happy they seem. And I looked at the cameras and I just wondered, like, how many smiles that I saw were hiding pain. And it just broke me that I couldn't help. I'd just give anything to not have anyone else go through what I've been through. If someone came to me now and said, you're going to have to live every day for the rest of your life in pain, but no one else will ever feel any pain again, they'll still have the lessons and they'll still have the opportunity to learn, but they won't feel pain as bad. In a heartbeat, I would say, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so that's been my day. In other news, I got my voucher for we have a scheme at work where we can get tech and stuff like that, so I applied to have a voucher, so that's come through. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is maybe go out and visit the local store that the voucher's for and see if they've got anything that is what I'm looking for. I have an appointment at 12 o'clock tomorrow, so I was thinking I could maybe do that before and then head down to them, or whether I should do it afterwards. I don't know yet. I'll see how I feel. I'll see what time I wake up in the morning. I was going to maybe try and give myself a bit of a pamper, do my hair again, but I want to be able to, I want to do it again for, I suppose, I'm thinking about doing like some lighter pieces at the front, because it's really hard to tell, but my hair is actually quite red, and I was thinking about bleaching a couple of these front pieces and doing like really bright colours, but it's taken me so long to try and get my hair to a place where it's doing okay. Like I can feel all the hair regrowing on my scalp and stuff, so I'm like, do I fuck around with it or do I leave it alone and just put another colour on it? I don't know, I need to think about it, but yeah, so I think that was it. That was all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, a couple of other things happened today that have kind of upset me a little bit, but I don't want to air them. I don't want to put them out into the universe. I don't want to give them any more vocalization, no more space. I've dealt with it. That energy has gone. But yeah, so tomorrow, hopefully, get up nice. I'm going to try and get an early night. Get up early, get showered, dressed, head out. The annoying thing is the 2 appointments I've got are in opposite directions, so yeah, I don't know what to do. Like I said, I think it will be dependent on what time I get up. One, like I said, one is time dependent and one isn't. So but the appointment that's time dependent, I might after that want to just come straight home after. So I'm like, if I do the non-time dependent one in the morning, but then I don't want to be late getting to my point. I don't know. And my brain at the moment has been replaced with some mashed potato. So I'm just going to worry about that in the morning and see how I feel. But I am proud of you for getting through today. I'm proud of you for being able to discuss your concerns about the that you had at work with some, obviously with professionalism, which you've never not been anything but with some compassion and with some, you know, really true sort of understanding, like respect for the whole situation. Yeah, I'm proud of you for how you handled that, and the fact that you did actually stand up for yourself and say that, you know, because I know old you would not have done that. You would have just stayed stuck in that meeting, crying and upset and triggered, and it would have affected you for the rest of the day. And you were able to come off the meeting and say, nope, I can't, that's not the right time, that's not something I want to see or hear right now. And at the end of the day, I don't get paid to see slides about Christmas, you know. So it was just, like I said, it was frustrating because I then missed out on the whole meeting, which was business based, which I really wanted to do. So yeah, I think my feedback is going to be, if you know, if they could maybe consider doing those type of things at the end of the meeting. One, it gets engagement at the end of the meeting. Everyone wants to stay till the end. It means everyone that does want to stay for that leaves on a good note. And it means that those that just want to come in, get business done and get on with things, they can also have the opportunity to do it. Doing it the other way around is very difficult because you don't know how long it's going to last. You can't schedule 2 meetings, like one to start after all the fun stuff has happened. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just kind of say, this is some just, you know, gentle feedback for you for consideration for next time. But yeah, you pulled it back this afternoon. You managed to get your target for today done. You didn't claw back yesterday, but you've got a full week in work. You're in the office on Thursday. You've got your parking space booked so you can drive into work on Thursday. Yeah, it's I'm sure through next week you'll be able to pull that one back. And just from the conversation you had today anyway, I think they fully understand the situation that you're in at the moment, that I'm trying so hard to get myself back up to full capacity, but I never realized how difficult it was or would be. And it almost feels like I'm fighting with two people, in that I just want to get on with stuff, and then something just out of the blue just hits me, and I wish I could control it a bit more, but I can't, and I have to just ride with it. And I'm learning more how to recognize that it's okay. I'm learning to understand and know that it doesn't last forever, and that the person who I want to be before all this shit happened is still in there, and she's just getting stronger and taking her time, and you will be back, Stacey, to full form in no time. You know, I believe in you. I trust you. I know you can do it. you've always been someone that has you've always put like work and other people first. This is the first time in your life that you've kind of gone, I need to commit to me, and something else within my life has got to give. And this is the first time where you've kind of not pushed through and given all your spoonfuls of energy to your work and then had nothing left in the evening. Like, this is the first time where you've kind of made the decision to say, no, I need those spoonfuls of energy. You can have what's left. And it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be what, what I need to be at full, to work at my excellence, at my peak performance. But I'm there, I'm doing the best I can. And once I'm able to, I will give more and more and more. And I will keep giving more until I'm back to where I used to be. And that's all I can do. And I'm proud of you for doing that. Because it's really hard to put yourself first. But you've learned over this last year that you cannot be the best for other people unless you give yourself everything you need. So I'm proud of you for doing that. Shit, it's really tough talking to myself like I would talk to my friends today. I don't know why. I'm just feeling but I've got this. You got this, Stace. So yeah, anyway, get this uploaded, get yourself a hot water bottle, maybe think about having your shower tonight so that you can have a little bit of a lay-in tomorrow if you need to, and then you can just jump up and get ready and head out. That might be a good thing to consider. Get into bed, relax. Yeah, I'm not in as much pain as I was yesterday, but I'm still feeling quite drained. So yeah, let's just take the evening for what it is, and the day for what it is, and tomorrow for what it is, and just keep doing the best you can. And I love you. I'm proud of you. I believe in you. You've got this. Stay kooky, and that's it. Thank you to anyone that watches. I love and appreciate you. You are all amazing. You're worthy. You are beautiful, perfect, just exactly as you are. You matter. You look after you. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing selfish in that. And if you take the opportunity to do that today, or if you've ever done that in the past, I'm proud of you, because it's tough. But yeah, that's it. I'm out. Take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow.